Horachek? No, I said I wouldn't get too excited about the coaching change. I won't. Screw that, dude. I already ordered a Horachek jersey. Woo! Are you just gonna get hammered? Get me a toaster. Magic Angel Robot from Winnipeg.
What the hell are you talking about?
This team is ruining my life. Horachek yourself before you wreck yourself. The Leafs win 5-2 over the Columbus Blue Jackets. I would really like it if this was a sign of things to come. I would really, please. Peter Horachek's first win as head coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs. And here's how it went, because it started off poorly. It's super early in the game. The shots are 2-0 for the Leafs. I would say at least one of those shots was a decent scoring chance. Franzen taps the puck, Phaneuf blows the tire, Johansson gets a breakaway, boom, first shot, first goal. Columbus is ahead 1-0. And already I'm like, why can't the Leafs start a damn game? Why can't Bernier start a damn game? How is he like a superhero for the last 55 minutes of the game, but the first 5 he's like Toskala? But that would be an overreaction because breakaway. But then something happened. And I'm definitely not saying it's good that it happened, but I'm saying it happened and then the game changed. Shots are 2-1 for the Leafs, but the score is 1-0 for Columbus. Competing along the boards, David Clarkson gets shoved into the ref. Mike Lego, was it? I think it was anyway. Ref falls hard, looks super painful. He's not getting up and he needs some help. They stop the game. If you're a believer in momentum, Columbus had it at that moment and the game stops. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Leafs score 4 goals before the first period is even done after that. They outshoot the Blue Jackets 17-8. And yeah, a bunch of those shots and 2 of those goals were on the power play, but hey, they got Columbus to take those penalties, didn't they? I mean, obviously horrible for the ref. I hope he's okay, but it gave the Leafs a chance to regroup. And the Leafs had a little bit of luck with some of the goals, but damn it, they earned it. Buzz Lightyear gets the first one, a bank shot off a skate. This isn't shooting, it's passing with style. That's Vesa Toskala's autograph. How jelly are you? Look at you being all jelly. Hey, look, it's you. Then Daniel Winnick, noted first liner Daniel Winnick, puts the Leafs up 2-1, assisted by Tyler Bozak. Then noted coach killer Phil Kessel gets a bit of a lucky one on the power play, and we're going to call it pure luck because coach killer. The puck banked off Fedor Tutin, which is amazing because Fedor Tutin. Like, you know how in the NHL games there are some guys you can trade for, and over the years you know they're going to be amazing because their potential is high? I remember when Fedor Tutin was that guy. And there he is being all NHL-y. And then James Van Hockey, broken nose, intact hands, scores to make it 4-1 for the Leafs at first intermission. But this is where I told myself, alright, don't get too excited. They have the lead. Yes. It's a 3-goal lead. Yes. Is the Leafs' problem scoring goals? No. In fact, the Leafs have been one of the better teams at scoring goals, I would say over the last 4 years at least. The problem is keeping them out. And then early in the second period, Columbus gets a power play. Ryan Johansson scores again for his second of the game. And I'm like, oh God, here we go! And then, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, Leaf fans and people who are wrong, something amazing happened. That was the last goal they scored. After a dominant first period where the Leafs outscored Columbus 4-1, they still outshot them 15-12 the rest of the way. The Leafs didn't crawl out of shell at all. They had at least 2 or 3 breakaways in the third period alone, making Sergei Bobrovsky earn that damn contract extension. And you might go, yeah, well, it was against Columbus. Columbus isn't much if you look at them in the standings, but if you look at how they've done in the past month, they're one of the best NHL teams over that stretch. They were probably the most banged up team on paper for the first month and a half of the season. So they might not make the playoffs this season, but teams best not sleep on the Columbus Blue Jackets the rest of the way. And the Leafs now have to fight tooth and nail just to get that last wild card spot in the East. A spot I'm sure the Blue Jackets would be thrilled to get. And if they keep playing the way they have over the last month, they just might get it. But if the Leafs play the way that they did against the Blue Jackets, this season might not be a write-off. And this happens just as the Leafs are going into the hardest part of their schedule. Their next 4 games are LA, Anaheim, San Jose, and St. Louis. Is there a scarier team in the National Hockey League right now than the St. Louis Blues? All 4 on the road. Yummy. So you know what? Let's start playing playoff picture. I'd say the Leafs got to take at least 4 of 8 points during that 4-game miserable road trip. And if they do, their next 4 games are Carolina at home, Ottawa on the road, New Jersey on the road, and Arizona at home. That's 8 games I just mentioned, which is 16 possible points in the standings. They got to get at least 10. Might as well bust out an oldie. Can they? And question of the game, it's definitely too early for this, but I might as well ask you anyway. Do you notice a difference under Horachek yet? They gave him the player of the game jacket, so they're definitely in a good mood with him, I'll tell you that much. And one last thing, I should mention this. This is a picture of David Clarkson in the middle of signing autographs for 40 young fans. And if you've listened to the brand new podcast, link down below, I promise to actually put the link this time, you know what I'm talking about. I've been ripping on Clarkson really hard lately, and I'm starting to feel like it's not fair. Look, if he plays bad, if he has a bad game, if he makes a bad play, play, that's criticizable. I can definitely do that. But when he's on the power play, that's a personnel decision. That's the coach. And I don't hate that coach either. I hate the way he coached, but I don't hate him as the person. And this isn't the first time I've seen a picture like this with David Clarkson, so Davey Clarkman, props to you, sir. Those young fans will never forget a moment like that. And yes, it was after a big win, but I've seen him do it after a crushing loss too. We can say what we want about him as a player, and we should because we're hockey fans, but he's a gem of a person by the looks of it. So that's it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends, and I will see you next time. Game on!